Hey everyone, how we doing today? This is James Sweeney, aka SplitSuit. Welcome back to another video. And as part of the Ask SplitSuit a Question series, a bunch of people asked hand history questions, and today's question comes from Carlos. And Carlos just wants to review this hand played at 6 max online. So let's check it out. Okay, so this hand is from 2 no limit, and here it has pocket 10s, opens from middle position, gets a call, and gets another call, goes 4-way to it. Ends up flopping bottom set on a very connected board. Check, and here decides to continuation bet. Now, a lot of players would continuation bet here as a default, and the only thing I'm going to say here is at least pause for a moment before you c-bet and consider the value of going for a check raise instead. Is this the kind of situation where you could check, induce a bet from either the tag or the unknown on the button, maybe get a call from the loose passive, and then you can start going to town from there? Always at least pause and consider that question first. Far too many people just auto c-bet, and I'm not saying c-betting is awful, but at least consider the check raise. So we end up getting called, and Carlos said in his write-up that the good tag snap called in this situation. There's a shove from the unknown, and it folds back to us. So I want to give a little bit more information that Carlos gave me in the write-up. So in this situation, Carlos did actually end up folding. And he said that he remembered one of the videos that I did called When is 2-pair a Weak Hand, and reviewed this hand as if his pocket 10s were in fact a weak hand. And he was putting the good tag on probably some sort of good strongish hand, and putting the other guy on something even stronger, maybe even like jacks or king queen or something like that. He thought that the good tag wouldn't snap call like this without some really strong monster hand, and thought that he would raise with something like ace jack, jack 10, ace 10, all those kind of things. And then Carlos also went on to say, can you explain how to calculate fold equity in a multi-way pot? So this is one of those situations where sometimes when we're learning something in poker, it's easy to learn something or learn a tactic from a video and then massively misapply it. And I would say this is a great example of misapplication of some concepts. 2-pair can be a weak hand in very select situations, but I'd say this is not one of those situations where 2-pair is going to be equal to a set. And I'd also say that there's no reason to think that you are behind anywhere near enough of the time to justify folding. And another big important piece of this puzzle is, let's just say that you are behind, right? Let's just take this board. We have the board here. This is just Ecolab, our hand, the board, and let's just plug in an absolute worst case scenario. Someone has exactly king queen. That's it. We still have a huge chunk of equity, right? And if we go in here and we add anything else, ace jacks, ace 10s, and I don't know, let's just throw that in for the moment, evaluate it, notice that we're just crushing again. I don't think there's any reason we can give either of these two people credit for just having king queen. There's no way we can do that. And I'm not just saying that because it's 2 no limit. I'm not just saying that because it's 6 max. I'm saying that because there's just so many other hands that could very realistically be in either of their ranges. And then the last part of Carlos's question was asking about calculating fold equity in multi-way pots. And I just say this is one of those spots where that's an unnecessary thing. We don't need to calculate fold equity in this situation. We're not drawing. I mean, yes, in a worst case scenario against king queen we're drawing, but we have a huge grip of equity. But against everything else we're crushing them and they're drawing against us. So again, this is just a situation where so many second best things can and will continue and could even be doing this. I mean, the unknown could be doing this with spades, trying to get you to fold something like ace king or ace queen or pocket kings. There's so many things like that that could realistically be in here that folding here is just criminal. And yeah, in this exact situation, you know, we're in a spot where we end up seeing king queen, and okay, that is what it is. It sucks to be us. But even still, we should be getting this in very happily, very comfortably. And yeah, we've saved ourselves a little bit of money in this rare spot, but that should really never be the case. So Carlos, thank you very much for sending in this hand, and if you or anyone else has a poker-related hand or question, feel free to send it to me directly at splitsuit.com/send. And if you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you back next week with a brand new video, and in the meantime, good luck out there, and happy grinding.